my name is Matthew Glinke. I'll be your next speaker. Are all my judges ready? Okay, and my timer? Okay, awesome. Let's begin. Do you ever ask yourself what could have happened if you had decided to take that one chance? A life is a series of choices, from choosing toys from the store as a child, to picking what sport we want to play or where we want to go to college as a teenager, to who we'll marry and what job we choose as an adult. But what if? Could you have taken a risk that would have changed your life forever? Today I decided to take a risk by wearing this suit, so no, it wasn't a hand-me-down that I was forced to wear. And for the first time ever, you may have to ponder what you put in the professional appearance box on your ballot. Meanwhile, my competitors that saw me in the suit in the hallway are thinking, at least I beat that guy. Whether or not you think the suit is a good risk or a bad risk is completely up to you. The definition of risk, however, is the potential of losing something of value. A value could include social status, emotional well-being, physical health, financial wealth. As we go through life, God gives us opportunities to take smart risks, to put ourselves outside of our comfort zone, which can lead to failure after failure, but have the possibility to leading to success after success. Today I want to excite something inside of you, a desire to take a smart risk because of the beneficial outcome it can have on your life, on the life of someone that you know. Some of the greatest people, inventions, historical events have all started with risks. Fired from a newspaper company because he lacked imagination and creativity, you may recognize his name as Walt Disney. And if you ask me, Disneyland is a pretty creative place. Kicked out of his company at 30 years old, only to come back and lead it into a new era of technological devices, Steve Jobs. The founder of Apple, which produces iPhones, iMacs, iPads, iWatches, for all we know, probably the iCar pretty soon. Cut from his high school basketball team, this boy went home, shut his door, locked it, and cried. This boy was Michael Jordan, who went on to become a basketball legend. Rejected from Decca recording studios because they lacked potential in the show business. The Beatles were one of the most influential and famous bands our world has ever seen. Last but not least, rejected from a Christian youth organization because he was too worldly. Almost expelled from a Christian college. This man went on to change 3.2 million people's lives and convert them to Christianity, and by Gallup's polls is one of the most admired men in the world. And I'm forgetting his name. I am very sorry. Billy Graham. So why am I telling you all this? What do all of these people have in common? They decided to take a risk. Regardless of what everybody else around them said, they had confidence in themselves, and they changed the world in ways never thought possible. Unlike the risks I just mentioned, obviously bad or foolish risks exist also. For example, trying to cross a 4-lane freeway with a blindfold on is a bad risk. Furthermore, trying to walk across a tightrope for the first time ever in your entire life, multiple stories off the ground, also with the blindfold on, is a bad risk. Pretty much, if it ends with the words, with a blindfold on, you may want to reevaluate that risk 1 or 2 more times. Don't risk a lot with the potential of only gaining a little. Because then you'll find yourself taking risks at the safety of yourself, at the safety of others. You'll find yourself picking up the shattered remains of dreams. Risk should include some sort of logic and reason, because otherwise it'll be detrimental. People influenced not to take risks have grown up in environments teaching risk as it's always careless, that it's always in the safety of someone, that it's always detrimental. But we can't live in our safety zone our entire life. John H. Sheets says, an American novelist, ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are meant for. So what do we learn by taking risks? How do we benefit by taking risks? First, by taking risks, you're able to learn new aspects about the world, about yourself. maybe strengths and weaknesses that you never knew you had. If you never step up to the challenge, you might find yourself in a life that bores you, with no dynamic, no color. Second, by taking a risk, it gives you the ability to overcome your fears. Life doesn't come with any guarantees, and that's what makes it scary. That's where we learn our comfort and our courage. Third, by taking risks, it gives you the ability to learn from your failures. I hate to break it to you, but risks don't always end in success. Thomas Edison was in the process of creating the light bulb and had tried over 9,000 different ways, all that had failed. A reporter came up to him and asked him, "At any time during this process have you felt like a failure?" Thomas Edison responded, "Why would I feel like a failure? I now know 9,000 different ways that a light bulb doesn't work. Success is impossible." 1,000 tries later, Thomas Edison managed to create the light bulb. Fourth and finally, by taking risks, you're able to achieve your ambitions and your goals. Success just doesn't land in your lap. You can't expect to play it safe all of the time and to achieve your ambitions. No. You have to go outside of your comfort zone, step by step, risk by risk, to find and follow what you're passionate about. Now you could be sitting there thinking, what could have been? What could I have done? Or you can take the opportunities that still exist and add something to your story of life. Because you'll find as your story closes and it wraps up, the things that you regret the most are the things that you didn't do. And I don't know what risk looks in your life. I'm like, you don't need to agonize over every single decision. It's the big opportunities that involve risk that leave you standing in your tracks. And they give you the ability to take a risk when a plate is safe. And what are you going to choose? As I talked about good, bad risks, and how risks influence our every single day life. You may not see this suit as a good representation of what I'm trying to get across, but I would like to disagree. I don't want you to remember me, which would be nice, or the suit necessarily, which in case you're wondering and you want to buy one for your husbands, the website is oposuits.com. The idea behind the suit. Because as crazy as I may look in this suit, if I'm able to motivate you, inspire you to take a risk, even with the risk of opportunity of failure, then I'd be willing to do it over and over again. Because the biggest risk you can ever take in your entire life is not taking any risk at all.